So for Magnetism Week, our teacher that we are journeying with is the volcano, specifically Mount Agung, who is going off at the moment, who is smoking at the moment, this holy volcano, considered holy in Bali. But all the volcanoes are our teachers for this journey. And the messages that I have had from this volcano are so profound. They're lessons in manifesting. The volcano are the master creators of Gaia. They are the master creators. Agung is considered to be a god because all of the water, all of the life, all that is comes from the volcano. The volcanoes under the sea create the coral reefs. Volcanoes create whole lands, whole countries, whole landscapes. And they are creators because they create space. The volcano's biggest lesson is that in order to create, we must recreate. And in order to recreate, we must create space. They are masters of magnetism, and the most magnetic thing there is in terms of manifesting is space. So how the volcanoes create life as we know it is they create space first. And so the teachings are really, really deep on space. When I tuned into Agung for this course, the first message I got, I was like, what are you teaching us about receiving? And the answer was like, I'm teaching you about manifesting, and about manifesting your big dreams. And your big dreams, your big manifestations, that is abundance. And the volcano showed me that, if you start to actually think about why you want to manifest abundance, it is always so you can walk your path, so you can grow your path, so you can live more of your truth. Abundance is really, really connected into your big master soul dreams. And volcanoes are the manifestors of the dreams of Gaia. I've been told before that lava and volcanoes, they're really the menstrual energy. They're the end of one cycle. They're the menstrual energy of the earth. The lava is the menstrual blood of the earth. They're the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. This volcano is really bringing in our new cycle in 2018. And just as our blood goes through and around our hearts, the lava of Gaia goes through and around her heart. And so the recreation, the creation, the manifestation that the volcano creates space for is the dream of Gaia, the ascension of Gaia. And really their lessons, the volcano's teachings for us, are all about understanding manifesting more deeply. And I was really shown how manifesting works by this volcano from Gaia's perspective. So the first lesson is really about the divine timing and the magnetic alignment that happens through this desire that is in the lava, that is in the heart of the earth. As she's dreaming, as her heart is beating, all of this magnetic alignment is happening. And what the volcano said is, just as the oceans are pulled by the moon, the lava oceans are pulled by galaxies, by the swirling of galaxies and universes, because the heat, the fire is star energy, so it's pulled by the alignment of the stars. And so the first lesson is divine timing and divine alignment. And then what happens is all of this fire energy which is transformation energy, feminine fire energy, lava energy is feminine fire, moves up through the layers of consciousness. So through the crystal grid and the collective consciousness and the elemental consciousness, through the ancestral consciousness in the stones, through the roots of the beings, it moves up through all the layers of the earth, just as when we truly manifest, when we truly connect to our soul's desires deep within our heart and start to intend to make space for them, all of the healing happens on the inside. So the volcano teaches us, and it happens through our collective consciousness, our ancestral consciousness, exactly the same path that the lava takes. And sometimes it's hard, sometimes we have to shake, we have to quake, we have to be emotional in order to release that old consciousness. And then when the dream is ready, when the change begins to get ready, that's when the visioning starts to come in. And that's the smoke. And in shamanism, in Hinduism, smoke is always the call up to God. It's the message up to God. In frankincense, smoke is the prayer up to source, up to the divine. And so the smoking is Gaia doing those prayer offerings for the new manifestation, the new world. And then the pressure builds as this dream starts to form, starts to birth. And that's when the sacrifice has to happen. That's when the law of magnetic space and magnetism really comes in, because in order for this new dream, this new creation, space has to be made. And the only way that space has to be made is the reality that is there has to be let go of, has to be grieved, has to be sacrificed. And really, that's the explosion moment in alchemy. It's the moment that you let go and the volcano explodes. And then the volcano has to reinvent itself. It has to reinvent its whole landscape. It has to surrender who it is in order to become who it's going to be, and it has to create all of this space and wipe away all that it had created before. And that's what true divine magnetic manifesting is. And in that wiping away, in that clearing away, in that lava spill, it's really, really vulnerable. And the volcano explained that's why it's so hard for us to actually manifest things like abundance in our paths, because it requires that moment of, I've lost everything, in order for the new to be called in. And the new then becomes magnetic. That space that's been made comes magnetic, and all of those smoke prayers start to form life again, and the new world is created. So there's so many lessons in space, in magnetism, in alignment. One of the most profound messages for me was that when you hold on to what you've already created, your heart closes. So that process of the new creation can't fully happen. So it's also like the opening of the volcano is the opening of the heart. Be with the volcano. The energy of this volcano is so white and pure and holy and just ascended, and the aura is so magnetic because she is creating space for herself in order to make this space, this new cycle happen. And you can really feel that kind of pushing out for space. And these are the questions you need to ask. What am I prepared to let go of? What space do I need to create? What reality do I need to let go of in order for this new manifestation, this new abundant reality to come in? What do I need to sacrifice, grieve, let go of, clear? Let the volcano speak to you. So alive right now, and it's so amazing, and it's so magical. And yeah, blessings from Agung for your journey, and from all the menstrual volcanoes, master creators of the earth.